Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Things for what's going to be the final video in our series on the little Z4. Now, you didn't think I was going to go through all of this effort and not even do a review, did you? So that's what this is going to be. Please don't expect a Jeremy Clarkson or a Cherry de Siena. I've never done something like this in my life. So yeah, this is also going to be very much from the perspective of a normal car enthusiast, you know, someone who doesn't get to drive Porsches and Ferraris and those kinds of cars. So yeah, get along for the ride. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so let's start off with the power figures. Like I said, it's a 2.5 litre straight 6 BMW engine code M54B25 if I remember correctly. It produces a solid 141 kilowatts and 250 newton meters of torque. What does that mean? Power is going to be very subjective. If you are used to driving a Ferrari, then this car is going to feel slow. However, if you're used to driving something like a Polo or a Suzuki Jimny, this car is going to feel like a little rocket ship. To put it into perspective, a popular car we have here in South Africa is Volkswagen Polo. Those come with a 1 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. They produce right around 70 kilowatts, which is pretty much exactly half as much as this car. And another car that's popular in South Africa is obviously going to be your Hilux Bakkie. And a brand new 2.8 litre Toyota Hilux produces right around 150 kilowatts. And yeah, which is sort of similar to this car, but it weighs obviously pretty much twice as much, I would think. So I hope that puts it into perspective for you. The power figures, however, only tells half the story. Like I said, with this car being so lightweight, it's really actually quite a responsive little machine. If you are like me and you are used to driving a turbocharged car, the naturally aspirated engine is a really welcome change. The throttle response in a naturally aspirated engine is just in a different league. It doesn't have the torque lowdown that a turbocharged engine has, so you really have to sort of rev it out to get the best of it. But it makes it extremely rewarding to drive. Other than that, BMW has always been really good at getting the driving position of the car pretty much spot on. So the positioning of the steering wheel, the seat, and the gear lever and the pedals in relation to your seating position, and it makes it feel like you're really sitting inside of this car and you're really part of the machine. This little Z4 is obviously also very low to the ground, so yeah, it's really, the car feels really responsive. It's also got a nice and quick steering rack, so you doesn't have to take a lot of input in the steering wheel to get the car to corner, which is on a road like this, it's just, again, it's so rewarding to drive. On a more practical note, the fuel economy is actually also, it's been a lot better than I would have expected. I've been driving this car as my daily now in town for probably around a month or so, and I've been averaging right around 10 kilometers per litre or 10 litres per 100. And we live in a very hilly area, so which is obviously not good for fuel economy. And the other thing is, it's actually really difficult to drive this car slowly. It encourages you to rev it out, and I've not been driving slow. I've been driving, let's just say, spirited. So very happy with the 10 kilometers per litre average fuel economy. I did do a run to the airport and back the other day, and I tried to do a bit of an economy run. I kept it steady at 100 kilometers an hour, 110 kilometers an hour or so. And I actually, to the airport and back, I averaged 6.4 liters per 100, which is actually just mind-boggling for such a big engine. So that's on a practical note. What I did not mention in this clip is just what an absolute joy the Z4 is to live with on a day-to-day basis. It's obviously a nice and small car, so it's easy to maneuver, easy to park. Like I said, the fuel economy is good, at least compared to my other cars. And yeah, the boot is actually big enough, despite the roof folding down into the boot. The boot's big enough for like a week's worth of grocery shopping. So it makes the car more practical than you might think. And yeah, it's a bit low to the ground, so it might not be the easiest to get in and out of, but I don't think you should worry about that unless you're like 70 years old and have a bad back. You have to be somewhat careful over speed bumps. It's not quite so low that it will that you have to go over a speed bump sideways, but yeah, it will scrape if you smash into a speed bump. But other than that, it's just an absolutely lovely little car to live with, and I'm for sure gonna miss it when it's gone. It's not a luxury car, so getting out of this into my 3 Series makes the 3 Series feel like a Rolls Royce. But like I said, that's not what this is for. This car is absolutely made for enjoying a nice driving road like this. In terms of how the project turned out, I couldn't be more happy. The car feels mechanically extremely solid. I would have no issue getting into this car, driving all the way to Johannesburg and back without worrying about any mechanical issues. And I'm sure it's going to be just fine for years to come. It's also been so awesome. You would have seen my dad lurking around in a couple of previous videos. They were visiting, my parents were visiting just as I was starting to fix this car up, and it was so special to have my dad there to lend a helping hand and to share this journey with the person who gave me my passion for cars. So yeah, that's something I will never forget. Even so, it is now time to move on from the little Z4. I've really enjoyed the journey with this car, but there's going to be another project on the horizon. Those of you who know me well will already know what that car is going to be. For the rest of you, maybe drop a comment down below if you want to take a guess, and I'm sure that will also make for some exciting content. So yeah, that is cheers for now, and I hope to see you soon. And thank you so much for watching these videos and for commenting on the YouTube side of things. It's been really cool, getting to share this journey with fellow car enthusiasts, and I'm really looking forward to doing it again. En dan moet ons gaan petrol. Redelijk dringend.